Welcome, acolytes. You know the shebang? Happy New Year and stay healthy. Good. That's all the way. I actually wanted to record a different video, but I seen in my feed the Saddest Gawr Gura Hater finally got what she deserves. And yes, this was a pretty hard harassment campaign from Brittany Venti that actually harassed Gawr Gura extremely well, effective, I would say, because it's horrible, of course, don't get me wrong, but it was effective. The thing that, like, she did it in a, how can I say it, smart way. She did in an effective, smart way. Of course, horrible, and she should get castrated for that, because, well, if she can freaking reproduct, it's just like other people. It's, okay, irrelevant. Let's just start and see what this young lady actually got for her, let's just say, non-ethical behavior.
We're going to take some time and talk about the controversial content creator Brittany Venti. Now, if you've been following this channel for some time, she would be a familiar face. We made a couple videos talking about her more unhinged takes involving VTubers. She is easily one of the biggest VTuber haters out there.
Correct, yeah.
And in particular, she has targeted Gawr Gura and Iron Mouse, often attacking and slandering them through her tweets and her videos.
Exactly. And the other VTubers, I mean, they got their fat out, like, they got their cut of toxicity. A lot of VTubers, by the way, not just Gawr Gura. Maybe I said it wrongly at the start. But, yeah, she actually did attack a lot of people. But mainly Gawr Gura. That was... And I mean, Gawr Gura isn't like a bad VTuber or what, or a toxic one, so I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why she actually went for the kill on her. But at the end, well...
Now, the update involving Brittany Venti is this post she made 2 days ago saying this. In case some of you are wondering why I've gone MIA and unlisted things, I've retired indefinitely, and that will now include social media too. I just want to make an official post for my subscribers. Thank you for the support. I want to focus on my life. My dream was always to get married and start a family with the right person, and I just want to eliminate any possible obstacles in my way.
See, this is one of the things that I wish that actually adoption sites or the people that actually care about adoptions would do. Or selling the children sounds bad, but it is what it is. You're basically selling children. They should look up the social media of the person as it is and look how unhinged they are. Because potentially, if she gets a kid into her hands, you can imagine that the next psychopath, like, she will come out of it. And she has a big influence on the child, of course. Maybe her wife is a counterbalance to this, but this will destroy a child. And I hope she doesn't get one. Honestly, I really hope it. And I didn't know that she's a lesbian, but not surprising at this point.
It's time to try something different by going offline, which is a pretty admirable thing if she's actually going to stick with this.
No,
many people believing she's going to be coming back in a few months. She's pulled stuff like this before, but a lot of people are observing the irony that she is retiring and scrubbing her account clean to try to go and have a family, because for years she started off as a typical e-girl on the internet. She was basically, for lack of a better phrase, a titty streamer on Twitch. Then she rebranded as a sort of trad pick-me type over the past couple of years. And the irony of that is just palpable, okay? She spent years trying to be a pick-me on the internet, and it turns out no one picked her. So that's why she's making this drastic change and going offline to try to fix what's going on or what's missing in her life.
And this will haunt her to the end of her days. And it's good. I am happy. At some point, she probably can be forgiven. At some point. But right now, no, everywhere she will go. Everywhere she will look up. If people see her old tweets. And normally, I am not for it that people get punished for this. But there are some cases where you just can see the unhinged behavior of people just by looking at their Twitter or social media account. And in some cases, I would argue that it's fine.
Wasn't kidding about unlisting things. Pretty much every tweet that I've covered in my videos, the controversial ones, they've been deleted. And also looking at her YouTube channel, she has deleted pretty much every single video relating to Iron Mouse as well as Gawr Gura, at least the ones going after them specifically. And I don't think that's too surprising. And when I say deleted, I mean probably unlisted. It sounds like that's what she meant. She unlisted her videos. Okay. But anyways, luckily for you guys, I have a pseudo archive of these videos because I reacted to a few of them over the years. And
Bravo. Bravo. Bravo.
I thought today we would take some time and go down memory lane and witness the crazy arc that was Brittany Venti's hate for VTubers.
Good idea.
So when did it all begin? Well, she spent about 4 years now targeting Gawr Gura, who is the most subscribed to VTuber on YouTube. You have to understand, back when she debuted in 2020, this was a phenomenon. Okay, people were going crazy. This was Hololive's first English generation, and Gawr Gura at the time was the fan favorite. And for a lot of people, especially in the West, this was their first peak at VTubers. A lot of these VTubers in that first generation were the first VTubers people were exposed to. So it was a very impactful time. However, she quickly garnered her...
By the way, because it was also the first VTuber I looked at. And to be completely honest, I didn't like her. As an entertainment, from an entertainment value for me personally. But I'm also a freaking edgelord, so... You know. But from the clips and the shows and the other, from people that just show me some things, she is entertaining. Let's just say it like this. I don't have to like something to actually see that the person is actually entertaining. And she's also good-hearted from what I know, so hey.
Her biggest hater, which was Brittany Venti, who shortly after her debut in 2020, she would target Gawr Gura and start going after and saying some very out-of-pocket things. Beginning really with the main piece here, which was her video, now deleted, where she said, predators and poontang addicts are extremely butthurt that I made this video. Make sure you like it and share it to piss off the coomers and predators. They are raiding and dislike brigading.
Okay, of course. I mean, this is the thing I don't understand. Why would you make a video specifically to piss off people? I personally aren't doing that. It happens that I piss off people, but I'm not doing that just because of that. So at the end, hey, if you want to do that, do it. But I don't understand why. I don't understand the motivation.
And they were definitely disliking the video. This was a video with like a 10% like-dislike ratio, 10% likes versus 90% dislikes. And she got dragged through the mud. And rightfully so, because she went after Gawr Gura saying so many out-of-pocket, unhinged things, saying that Gawr Gura might have been a child in real life LARPing as this character, that she was also a man, and that she was basically catering to an audience full of 40-year-old men, jaying off to her because they believe that she's a real life 9-year-old child and all this crazy stuff. And she would get community guideline violations. She'd get dunked on various social media platforms. It was an absolute disaster. Now, a little fun fact.
And by the way, the thing is, this wasn't a reaction video like mine. Because I know, or I believe, that a reaction video is a reaction. You don't really know shit about the substance. You don't really know what the video will bring. You didn't pre-watch it. You just go in and react to it as your feelings are right now. That's what I'm doing. That's what I think should be. This was a full-on, her video was a full-on, fully informed, best case scenario. She had all the time she wanted to inform herself, to actually think about the things she says, and she still fucked it up. It's incredible, but okay.
Fact, I would make a response video back in 2020. This is even like a year and a half before I even got my VTuber model. This was for me, probably the first longer duration commentary video I had ever made, at least a serious one. So this was a kind of game changer for myself at the time. You can see it did really well. Unfortunately, got demonetized in the first 20 minutes it was live, so we lost a lot of clams on that one, but it was definitely still worth it and still a video I'd come across every once in a while. But let's just play a small section to give you guys kind of a taste of what she was saying about Gawr Gura.
My first impression of it was, oh, is this like a child show? Is this a kid's show? Like, kids can see it, kind of like Dora the Explorer, and like interact with it. And then I come to find out, no, actually, the chat is full of 40-year-old men getting off to the depiction of a 9-year-old.
Yeah, behold, a literal 9-year-old. But anyways, that gives you a little taste of her hates for Gawr Gura. Like I said, she was a day one hater of Gawr Gura. You have to admire the 4 years of consistent hating. But she would make further statements about Gawr Gura for the next couple of years, a couple rounds of videos. Again, they're all now unlisted. But she was basically biting at Gawr Gura's ankles and would only get one response ever from Gawr Gura. It's a little interesting fact.
I didn't know that. I actually thought that it was exactly 0. I actually thought really that it was exactly 0. But I guess sometimes, I mean, I experienced it by myself. Sometimes some people just get under your skin and you do something you shouldn't and react to them. Or react to them in an emotional way, what I just... Well, I am stopping step by step. Gawr Gura, well, I don't know. I never seen the response. I just hope she didn't respond emotionally, but with hard facts. That would be actually the optimal way to go.
Right here, if you want to enjoy. She made a live stream back when the whole Predator Problem video was released in late 2020. And around that time, Gawr Gura would make this live stream. And she wouldn't speak about Brittany Venti. Instead, she would have this caption in her thumbnail. And here's a bigger version of the thumbnail. It says, "Goo Goo Gaga, LOL" in small print, which is a reference to one of the criticisms that Brittany Venti used, where she said that Gawr Gura speaks like a baby and speaks like Goo Goo Gaga. So either Gawr Gura herself or her editor went out of their way to include this little Easter egg in the thumbnail, and that's all Brittany Venti would get in 4.
That's genius. That's... Oh, this is perfection. I need to learn. I need to learn so much. This is just... Oh, and you don't even know if she realized this or got told by people that this is actually a reference to her. It's beautiful. Beautifully made. I really have to learn the ways of the VTubing and shit-talking someone without really talking to them. That's perfect.
4 years of seething at Gawr Gura. Now, I guess eventually she got a little tired of going after Gawr Gura with no response, so she would switch targets to another terrible choice, which is Iron Mouse. Okay, she went after an incredibly well-liked and one of the most successful VTubers in the world, Gawr Gura, and then switches over to basically the same description that applies to Iron Mouse in this case. And it's just a very bad move. Again, like, you don't have to like Gawr Gura or Iron Mouse or VTubers in general, but if you are actively trying to cancel, slander, and just actively seething about these VTubers in particular, I think there's something wrong with you. And in this case, she made a very bizarre cancellation attempt in 2023, where she was talking about how Iron Mouse is like fostering this predatory environment, including an audience of little boys, and that she was baiting people with this childlike model, and that she was also extremely sexual with her content, which is just a round of insane claims, and also talking about her childlike character while also acknowledging that her character has large breasts, which is a complete contradiction. But again, just like with the last one, let's listen to a small portion of her reaction to an Iron Mouse clip that she found on Twitch.
Have fun over there too. We all have our funs, don't we?
Ooh, you're masturbating to me, right? Ooh, don't forget to be a tier 3 sub. Oh, wow.
I gotta pause again. Yeah, he made a good choice. Red from a year and a half ago made a good choice pausing right there. Yeah, it was a very unhinged video response. Again, this one is unlisted now as well. And it was just like, again, choice of target. Terrible one. Going after Iron Mouse? What are you thinking? But she would get one last hurrah. This is, I guess, her swan song with VTuber drama. She would go after Gawr Gura again earlier this year in February, where she would make this tweet saying, I spoke on lolicons years ago, and they tried to censor me and threaten me for rightfully calling them creepy predators.
This is the thing. If you have a certain opinion about the entire thing, good. Have this opinion. If your opinion should be rooted in facts, show the proof. Don't F around. Don't just spit your freaking toxin and then expect that nobody will spit back. Because I'm gonna guarantee you one thing. People that love someone or that like to watch them, and the bigger the audience, the higher the chance that you're gonna find someone totally unhinged. And it's not necessarily the fault of the actual creator. It depends on the creator, of course, because you have some creators that actually want their viewers, they want those toxic viewers, and they take them in. That's something that I would say, yeah, that's the YouTuber himself actually participates in this toxic behavior, so hey. But in the case of Gawr Gura or Iron Mouse or the other you shitbag actually did really, really bad things to, no, fuck you. You know what? I don't care. I honestly don't care. If this happens to you, it just doesn't hit an innocent person. It's that easy. And sympathy points from me are just very rare. Extremely rare. I won't even... I'm gonna be honest, like, acolytes, honestly, I know that I have some views that are just way too extreme that I have to change. And the thing is, I am changing my view on a lot of things, even though I am a old skeleton, but still, you never stop learning. It is what it is. At the end of the day, if I see someone who actually throws shit and gets shit thrown back at them, you step in the ring, it's your fault. Good. I hope it hit you, and if you're too soft to actually, well, stand it and throw back, then go out. Get the fuck out.
And she's like reminiscing on some of her old videos from years past back in 2020, and she would also release this absolute banger, award-winning tweet right here to accompany her breakdown in February, saying, you know, Lolicon Pedo Hive are about to swarm whatever conversation it is whenever someone whips out this image. Yes, she created the head count of consents. Apparently, if your head stacked up to a certain point, that determines whether or not you are a child or not. And yeah, like literally we're at the like, she's 6.5 heads tall, you sick freak. Like, as you can see, ridiculous. People would use her own scale against her. And yeah, according to her own scale, she would also be a child. That backfired really badly. But in my video...
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And by the way, because I actually argued poorly once with a lolly video, I have nothing against lollies. No matter the age, if they are in cinema, mangas, anime. The only thing I have a problem with is if a lolly character looks extremely young. And I mean like a child. You all know what I mean with that one. I mean that physically looks like a child. And having porn of that, I actually disagree with. The rest, if you have a 20-year-old lolicon that looks like a small woman or a younger small woman, then yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't care about that. If you actually go into that, that's fine. That's fine to me. But at the end of the day, it's none of my business what you're doing behind, like privately. It is what it is. But this is a stance I won't actually let go. Way too stubborn. I don't see an argument against it. But the rest, if you just depict it normally in media, I don't care about it. I literally don't care. It's fine to me.
Video covering this, there was a particular section that got a lot of attention and was not a very good look for Brittany Venti. you can see here this person responded with a clip saying, "Lolicon aren't predator, but you seem like a predator when you flirt with an underage boy." And this is the clip that they're referring to.
Hello. Yo, what's up?
Sorry, I was just adjusting my Miss Father collar after you said that you were a child. Okay, so what did you come here to get rubbed? I mean, confess.
See? This is also, in my opinion, disgusting. You can say it's a joke. I agree with you. It was probably a joke from her side. But it's still disgusting, in my eyes. And I am maybe particularly, well, I mean, a bit too protective if it comes to children and in a sexual and behaving in a sexual way in front of them. It's probably because of the times we live in now.
Today. Hello, my child. My very cute child.
I'm triggered.
You like that anime? I have a lot of anime back in my house, not at God's house, but at my house.
Oh.
Yeah, God created anime. So I don't believe that children can sin, but would you like to confess your sins anyway? My child, don't be afraid of God. He's here for you.
Yeah, this is the
Not when
thing.
I'm done with you.
So while Brittany
See, if it was, in my opinion, just a short joke, okay, it would be fine. But she just keeps on and on and on. And she talks to a real child, by the way. It's not that you get some fictional from somewhere else, a joke that... No, it's a real child. God damn it.
Venti is blocked. Yeah, that one's not a very good look. I know that people would say she's doing a bit there, but at the very least, can we agree that it's hypocritical for her to call people like Iron Mouse and Gawr Gura predator baiters, and then she goes on her own content and makes those sexual remarks and gestures to what she knows is a real-life child on the other end of that call? Can we at least agree that's a bit hypocritical for her to be in that situation? But yeah, that clip didn't go over well. She reacted to pretty much every video response ever made to her, but she never got around to this one. I think it's because of that clip. It's kind of a hard one to explain. But anyways, that's the trip down memory lane, and I guess the final send-off for Brittany Venti. Will she actually stay away from content creation? I don't think so, personally. I think she's going to come back in a few months. Like I said, she's done stuff like this before.
Yeah.
But, hey, if her heart is in the right place and she has true intentions about going offline and having a more fulfilling life, then good. Go for that. But she's not wrong when she says those type of videos that she unlisted are going to be in the way of that. Yeah, she's definitely right when she said that. And it appears that...
And by the way, no, she won't. She's a drama whore. And a whore in general. So no. I just hope the kid that she wants to adopt, like for F's sake, please. Please. I hope there are enough stopgap measures where she just cannot adopt a child. Please, for fuck's sake. Don't ruin a life. Just... okay.
She has unlisted all of those infamous videos targeting Gawr Gura and Iron Mouse. And at the end of the day, once again, Gawr Gura simply wins by doing nothing. That's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topic.
Rev the Legend. And the entire situation is just so freaking... It's not even funny to me. It's absurd, especially with her, that a person can actually slander you to this degree without any repercussions to them. It's just disgusting. It's honestly disgusting. At some point, if you slander someone to this degree as she did with other VTubers without any proof, in my opinion, at some point you have to ban this person. At some point, if somebody's that unhinged, You just have to get rid of that person. It might be entertaining, but it's literally not good for people that see this, and especially children that will copy this. But as it is, acolytes, well, not good night. I'm posting this instantly. But if you're watching it at night, then good night. If you're watching it at day, have a nice day.